Hey guys, it's the Rant Kid here. In today's rant, I'm going to be ranting on cheaters. And then when I say cheaters, I'm not talking about the show. No, and why would I do a rant on the show? I mean, the show's old, so. But anyway, now I really can't stand the types of people who cheat in relationships. Like, I mean, just come on. You have like your spouse. Like your spouse depends on you. Like this spouse is supposed to be the one person who is supposed to be your soulmate, the person who's supposed to be your future wife or husband or anything. And you're just going around like behind their backs, and they don't even know that you're going out seeing another guy or seeing another girl. Like you're doing all this stuff, and they're breaking their backs for you, like cooking for you, probably taking care of you when you're like sick, and you're sitting there cheating on them, just breaking their hearts, and they don't even know it. Like I really can't stand those types of people. Like you have somebody who will do anything to protect you or serve you, and you're sitting there like dating somebody else without them knowing, or hell, you shouldn't even do it at all. And now, since this is the digital age, it has gotten worse. And I know that cheating has been around since God knows how long. And yeah, but just ugh. Oh yeah, and nowadays you even got like most girls who cheats the most more than the guys, and they're all calling themselves so-called side chicks, and it's just so disgusting how they just do this. Like they're treating themselves like a piece of meat. Like they're just like throwing themselves to other guys behind somebody's back. Like they're just throwing themselves to any guy while her boyfriend doesn't know any of this. Like he doesn't know a thing. Maybe he might get a little suspicious and stuff. And if you're in a relationship, just make sure or try to make sure that your girl or your boyfriend isn't really cheating on you. You gotta like try to be sure, but you gotta be protective, but just don't be overprotective. But back to the topic. But just I really can't stand it when people cheat. And one of my friends, who his name will not be mentioned, so his name, well, I'll just call the guy Daryl, and he knows who he is. So yeah, so like one of my friends, Daryl, the dude who, the dude just kept on cheating on all these girls. I mean, my God, like he kept just trying to get all these side girls, and then me and my other friend, whose name will be David. Well, I'm just gonna say his real name, Young Money. Like we would try to stop Daryl from cheating on these girls, and we succeeded, and we tried to help the guy now, and now he doesn't do this stuff like he used to anymore. Thank God he doesn't, because the dude needed to learn. And another thing is that I'm just so glad that he stopped. But there are still people out there who doesn't know how to stop. And when you keep cheating and stuff, it's going to catch up with you. Like your spouse is going to find out that you're seeing somebody else behind his or hers back. They're going to find out, and the result of that might not be beautiful. It's not going to be a little fairy tale. It's not going to be beautiful. Once the spouse finds out, once he or she finds out, they are going to flip out on you. And there's no laughing matter. You can laugh at this video saying that, oh, he never he talking about he. I don't want to hear it. And it's also dudes who does this equally or more than girls do too. They're not safe too. The guys not safe too. Like, and nowadays they're calling themselves the so-called side niggas, and it's mostly a black thing. And I'm not being racist. It's pretty accurate-ish, but a lot of these so-called side niggas are way worse, and they're passing themselves off as man whores. And it's just so sad. And a lot of these so-called side niggas complain about girls who cheat, but yet they do the same thing, and they're not even innocent in the slightest. Like you're just breaking somebody's heart secretively and doing stuff on the so-called like doing all this cheating shit on the low. You're not supposed to cheat on somebody who loves you, or if you love this person. And plus, if you're cheating on somebody, like why would you go out with the person in the first place? Like, just come on. You're just cheating on somebody who basically will just sell their soul to protect you or be there for you within sicknesses and health as if you're married. And this stuff carries on, like cheating carries on through marriage, which is the most obvious thing. So you almost said it. That that marriage is carried. I mean, it just carries on in marriage, and more people who are married do this stuff. I mean, it's just so damn ridiculous. And when you're cheating on somebody when you're married, it's just way worse actually. Like, come on now. You have so many loyal, I mean, you have just so much loyal people in this world who will do anything for their spouse. And you're sitting there just treating them like shit by dating somebody behind that back. It could be like a close friend. It could be a relative probably. Hell, even the spouse could be cheating on his or her boyfriend or girlfriend with their own sibling. It can be that crazy. It can be that fucking crazy. It can go that batshit insane. And you won't even know who the spouse is cheating, who's like cheating on you with. I mean, it could be anybody. It could be your boss, the mailman, anything. And it's just so sad. And thank God for the show Cheaters to actually expose the people who do this types of stuff. And I think that the show has gotten canceled, sadly. So maybe there might be another show that'll be similar to Cheaters that can expose these people who do so. And a lot of times online, when people cheat, they'll go to somebody like they'll know this probably by anonymous people, and they'll just like confront the person and then try to get them like revenge in the most brutalist of ways, and such as like gluing somebody's vagina shut, which that did happen to one woman, and just so much other stuff, even to the point where a dude got his nuts cut off. Now you're not supposed to handle that in that type of manner. Like, I understand if you're yelling at them, but just don't get violent and start killing the person. Just either break up or divorce them and then leave them behind. Just don't do that type of stuff to just killing and just chopping nuts off and just doing stuff to the genital area or the pelvis or anything else. It's just so dumb. Especially trying to do bodily harm or physical harm. Don't do that. But anyways, just cheaters just gets on my nerves. Just so many people out there who do anything for another person, a friend, or if you're or they're like in a committed relationship, and they're just getting like shit. Like they're like in return they're giving them sugar and stuff. Well, I mean the person like the spouse, the loyal spouse is giving that cheating spouse like all the sugar, while the cheating spouse is giving the loyal spouse all the bullshit. It's just so crazy, man. And cheating will never end. I mean, come on now. You think that, I mean, just like violence, it will never end. Okay, maybe violence will end one day, but it's just not anytime soon, so it's not getting to that. But anyway, cheating is just something that might not stop, and it'll happen to somebody, well not everybody. Like it'll happen to like any person infrequently once in their life. Not saying that everybody gets cheated on, but just oh my god, it's just such a large majority of people who get cheated on. Actually, just to back my statement up previously, that there's just a large portion of people who get cheated on, and of course they don't know this. And there needs to be more shows like Cheaters that can expose these types of people instead of people just taking it into their own hands of social media. It needs to be stuff that can be on the screen. We need a new Cheaters. Hell, we need Cheaters 2.0 actually. That's the next big thing. Cheaters 2.0 or some other stuff like that. Maybe rename the shit. I don't know. But anyway, this is the Rant Kid. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, share my videos. Check out my other ones. Check out my Kylie Jenner Lips Challenge one that is suggested somewhere in the video. Like, yeah, like right here. Click it and watch it and like it and you know the drill and subscribe. 305 subscribers strong. Yes.